What's up, guys? It is Sam here, and this is episode 3 of basically of me talking about my experiences and like what goes on while I'm traveling. And I'm just going to be covering a few kind of common questions that I've just gotten from people like over time, just by talking to my friends and stuff. People asking like, how do you feel about these kind of situations, and how did I manage to do like what I'm doing? So why did I start traveling is kind of a main question I got like from a lot of people at work. Like, why are you doing this? Like, what is your kind of plan? And basically, it's like it sounds like weird. You're trying to like knock off all of these countries that you say you've gone to them, you've experienced them, but when you take this amount of time, this one block, you can basically experience all these things in your own pace. You're not like rushing to like bang, 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 and then you get back home and then you're knackered and you can't really do anything. So now we're going to these countries like, and we can explore them like completely like at our own pace. You're never going to be like over exhausted, although I have been just because I am maybe in a moment. I just did the Haijian Loop and then did Halong Bay back to back, and yeah, that was pretty exhausting. But for the most part, it's not really the case. Like, so you can basically get to do everything without kind of like being exhausted, because like obviously the trips and stuff that you like do at home in Europe, you're just going like bang, 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 going to all the attractions, going to see all the people that you want. Like it's that's kind of why like I wanted this to basically be able to like take my time to do things, and be able to see different stuff and really get into like the different cultures that I was going to experience, which you really do. And we've also already been to like North America, we've done Europe quite a lot, and that's why we're saying in like Asia and like Southeast Asia for quite a while, like until we've kind of hit all the things we want to do here before we actually leave. So yeah, that's why I started traveling, and yeah, it's just to get new experiences, explore at your own pace, and basically as well, you can say having a break from work, but that's something I'm going to really talk about for later on. Like, so yeah, the next kind of question is like, people, how do you find like not working like at all? So not working at all, it's kind of strange, and the only time I actually really had to think about it, like I was in Bali for like 7 days in Canggu, like, and there's not much to do, didn't have things to do, and that kind of hit me being like, okay, I'm just kind of sat here with no work and I'm not doing that much. But yeah, that was the only time I really had to really think about it, because the rest of the time we've had stuff planned all the time. You're moving, you've got like activities planned, or like you're just like, you want to go to like a certain restaurant, cafe or something. So when you have downtime periods, that's when it really hits you. Like, so the only thing I'm kind of do then when I do have downtime, like I'm doing these videos, like looking at what I've recorded and that kind of stuff. So it does kind of keep you a bit more occupied on what's going on and what you can do. So yeah, like find not working at all, it's strange, but if you're busy, it doesn't really affect you. Like, so that's kind of good. So how did I budget and save? So yeah, budgeting and saving. So we've been saving for this for quite a long time, like, and planning that we were going to do this. Like, so we like set up like joint vaults and stuff, and basically just contribute every month, and we were booking certain things, especially across Europe and Japan and Korea and like Singapore, so that we basically had all the expensive stuff kind of knocked off. And then now we've got like Southeast Asia, we can kind of wing it a bit more because things are a bit cheaper. But yeah, budgeting and saving, like, so budgeting, I use a website called Numerbo. It's like NUMBEO, and you can basically compare the cost of living in different areas, so you can kind of get a rough grasp on how much you need to basically live there as a local. You look up like things on Get Your Guide, Klook, all the activities you want to do, and you can basically get a good grasp of like how much you're going to spend. So what I did was I basically separate out just like accommodation, flights, unexpected costs, spending money, and like SIM cards and stuff, like into different columns, and it's like a whole Excel sheet, and that's how I basically did it. Like, so you get down to like a per day average per place, and you can make the average per country on how much you think you're going to spend. So yeah, that's how I budgeted, and that's kind of how I started saving and making goals of how much I'm going to need for these places. And luckily, we're about like on budget, like may hit and miss some places, but nothing really. So how do I determine the route? So to determine the route, like basically we said like we'll have a holiday first, and we'll go to like Portugal and just take it easy for like 2 weeks. But it didn't really go that way because like we got food poisoning, and like we're like in Portugal straight away, 10 days wiped out. And then we were like, we'll go to Italy, and our parents are going to meet us in Italy, and we had to pick a location, and so we picked the Amalfi Coast. And then we were going to actually fly directly to Japan from there, but the flight from Italy was like 1,100 each, or we could fly from Athens in a month's time for 350 each. So we basically get like a whole month in Greece for that price. So yeah, that's what we did. And we always knew we were going to go to Japan. We knew it'd be hot. We were going to go to Korea, and then we were just going to make our way down into Southeast Asia. And yeah, now we're kind of winging it. We're seeing where the weather is kind of best and then going. But we just have a number of countries that we want to go to, and yeah, that's just where we're going to go. And we'll see how we get on with it and see how we manage it. But yeah, that is just the plan now. We're literally just going to be winging the whole situation, and we have a vague plan to go to Vietnam, Cambodia, to Thailand. After that, basically no plan, just countries we want to go to and locations we want to go to, and we're just going to knock them off. So yeah, so what is the plan for after? So this is, yeah, I have no idea. Basically going to go back, not have a lot of money, and try to have to figure it out, get back to work, and yeah, start thinking about what I want to really do more so in life. And coming back into Ireland, especially maybe because it'll be summer, it'll be a little bit like kind of easy, there'll be a lot kind of going on. But yeah, it's going to be a bit of a big change from what we're doing, like, and having to kind of get your act together like very, very quickly and start, yeah, looking at what's around and what really appeals to me to do. Because yeah, I don't really know what I want to do. And yeah, this is kind of like a long-term stress that's in the back of your mind, and that just kind of brings me on to like kind of the last question that I do get, and that is like, do you find it stressful, like moving around all the time, like every couple of days? And yeah, the answer is yeah, it can be quite stressful because you're packing your bag all the time. We're kind of immune to it now at this point, but packing your bag and moving and making transport all on time and trying to get to different places, like, so yeah, it can be stressful, but you just give yourself a bit of organization, then it's not. Like if you're a last minute person who wants to just travel last minute and do everything at the last minute, you will be very, very stressed out. That's just not how I operate, or maybe a bit more so, but I don't operate like that. I have everything done like the night before, like just ready, pick up the bag, go, like, and yeah, it's not that stressful really. Another useful thing you can do is, if you're struggling to find like a route or things to do, just go onto like a travel tour website that basically can organize tours, and basically just copy their route. It's really, really easy. If you're struggling for inspiration of like where to go, just go on a tour group company and follow their route. Just do it vaguely. I want to go to all these things, and yeah, that's kind of what we're doing for Vietnam. We're basically just following a tour group on the way down, and yeah, that's how we figured it out. But yeah, so overall so far we're nearly halfway through this experience, and yeah, it's really, really good. Like, it's such a different kind of life, like a nomadic kind of life, without working but having to be thinking all of the time, and just like coming over like different situations that you come across. So like I fell like off the Hai Gan Loop, which will be in the Vietnam video, so that was something I also had to like deal with. But yeah, highly recommend doing that, and maybe don't drive. But yeah, this has kind of come to like a conclusion, but this is just kind of fun thoughts, like where I'm at like with traveling and my thoughts, and just answering some of the questions that like I do kind of get from people. And so yeah, look, thanks a lot guys, and I will see you in the next one.